In this video, we're gonna look at the first of 5 crazy caves that this mod adds. The mod is called Alex's Caves, and it adds most definitely the best caves I've ever seen in Minecraft. So in this video, we're only covering 1 cave, but make sure to subscribe to see the upcoming 4, and help us get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of October. So enough of me yapping, let's get on to the first cave. Starting off with honestly my favorite cave in the mod. The Primordial Cave is a prehistoric biome filled with dinosaurs and an environment from 2 billion years ago. This cave has a really harsh yellow atmosphere that's because of the amber or the ambersol lights that light up the cave. It has this really cool like sun glare effect that makes it feel like you're not really in a cave anymore. Now let's get to the interesting part, the mobs, starting with the Velociraptor. They are hostile mobs that roam and hunt in packs, and just like in Jurassic Park, they can open doors. Velociraptors also steal food, either on the ground or even on chests. These creatures can also be tamed. I can finally fulfill my childhood dream of becoming Chris Pratt. Next, we have a small mob called the Trilocaris. It's a neutral water mob that honestly just swims around doing nothing. You can pick them up with a bucket and place them wherever you want. If you kill one, you'll get its tail, which can be cooked. Now, for the flying mob, we have the Subpteranodon. The Subpteranodon is literally a pterodactyl. It's a neutral flying mob that also spawns in packs. You can also tame Subpteranodons by feeding them the tails of the previously mentioned Trilocaris. When you tame a Subpteranodon, you can mount and fly them. Now, there are actually some fun little features with this mob. If a Subpteranodon is within 5 blocks of a jukebox, it will start dancing. If you use the item Amber Curiosity on the Subpteranodon, you'll change its color to a special retro skin. This is actually a reference to an older Minecraft mod that came out in 2011 called Fossils and Anarchy. Finally, if you use a Tectonic Shard on the Subpteranodon, it'll have a special eruption texture. The next mob we have is the Grottoceratops. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe to see the coming parts. And trust me, you don't want to miss them because some of these caves get crazy. The Grottoceratops is a neutral mob that wanders the cave. If you attack them, all the mobs around you will also become hostile. The Grottoceratops can also dance when near jukebox. It also has the same effects when you use the Amber Curiosity or the Tectonic Shard. Now, onto the apex predator of the cave, the Tremorsaurus. The Tremorsaurus is a hostile mob that attacks any mob on sight. The Tremorsaurus also has a roar that will make any mob, except for a few exceptions, run away. Now, surprisingly, you can actually tame the Tremorsaurus. You first need to stun it using a primitive club, then feed it a serene salad. Repeat this 3 to 8 times and it should be tamed. Once tamed, you can mount it. If you press G while mounted, it'll trigger the roar. Like the other 2 mobs, the Tremorsaurus will dance, be affected by Amber Curiosity and a Tectonic Shard, but if you put a name tag called Princess, it'll give the mob a pink color scheme. This mob is super cool and it is definitely my favorite of them all. Next up we have the Relichirus. Wait, hold on, let me check this out.
Relichirus. 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 Relichirus.
Next up, we have the Relicharius. This is a neutral mob which is based off of a dinosaur called the Therizinosaur, which appeared in the last Jurassic World movie. This mob has a really cool design, but I do think that the recolors look better. You can recolor it by using the same 2 items as the past mobs, and it can dance. Finally, before the boss, the last mob is the Atla-Titan. This mob is absolutely massive. Every step literally shakes your screen. They are neutral mobs that can't be tamed, but it can be mounted for 10 minutes if you feed it a serene salad. It also has the same 3 Easter eggs as the other mobs. Now for the big boy, the boss, the Luxstructosaurus. This boss can be summoned if you drop an ominous catalyst into a volcano. When the Luxstructosaurus spawns, the sky becomes red. All volcanoes in the area will shoot out debris, and on impact they will leave pools of lava. This boss has 4 attacks: a kick, tail whip, a stomp, and a leap. Sometimes, when you are far from it, it'll enter an enraged state. The new move it gets is Fire Breath. This boss is a complete tank, so good luck fighting it. Now, that's it for all the mobs of this cave. Now, before we end, here are some of the useful items you can create. We have the Primordial armor set, which looks pretty cool, a limestone spear which can be thrown, an extinction spear which has a bunch of cool abilities and effects, a primitive club, and finally, a dinosaur nugget.